Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. So a lot of people have actually been talking about this particular article in my stream, and that's why I'm actually going for it, going to cover it. And this article says Trump administration has popped the 2017 Bitcoin bubble from the ex-CFTC chair. Now, there's a lot of things you could blame the Trump administration on. This is not one of them. So I disagree with the article because I believe every other administration would have done the exact same thing. So Trump administration is not to be blamed for popping the 2017 Bitcoin bubble. However, he does make a lot of good points in here, just not in regards to the Trump administration. I think the bubble was popped by the CME and CBOE futures, and I don't agree with him that like you need futures to actually balance out a market, because I think futures are just a way to manipulate a market without actually owning the commodity, which I completely disagree with. So the ex-CTF chair blames the Trump administration. I don't blame the Trump administration for this, because I think whether it's like the Obama administration or if it was the Clinton or the Hillary Clinton administration, they would have done the exact same thing, and Bitcoin still would have crashed at that time. So, according to this article, the Trump administration acted to deflate the Bitcoin bubble of 2017 by allowing the introduction of futures products. Christopher Giancarlo, who left the U.S. Commodities Futures Trading Commission at the end of the 5-year term as chairman in April, told CoinDesk in an interview. One of the untold stories of the past few years is that the CFTC, the Treasury, the SEC, and the National Economic Council director at the time, Gary Kahn, believed that the launch of Bitcoin futures would have the impact of popping the Bitcoin bubble, and it worked. In a speech at the Pantera Summit in San Francisco on Monday, Giancarlo elaborated further, saying that Bitcoin's dramatic price run-up in December 2017 was the first major bubble following the 2008 financial crisis. That's why the Trump administration acted in concert to address the pro-markets manner, he said. So Bitcoin futures listed by CME, CBOE, and were announced by the CFTC on December 1st, 2017, and they actually went live on December 8th. Now, check this out. They went live on December 18th. Bitcoin's price peaked at nearly $20,000 on December 17th. So the day after Bitcoin price peaked, the futures went live, and we all know what happened afterwards. Massive crash. So I really do think that CME and CBOE futures have played a huge role in Bitcoin's crash, and they've continued to play a huge role in keeping Bitcoin down. But I do not blame it on the Trump administration, because I think every other administration would have done the same thing. He said, "We saw the bubble building, and we thought the best way to address it was to allow the market to interact with it." No. See, like, I don't really believe in this whole futures market thing, because if you're pessimistic on a commodity, you can just sell the commodity. You should not be able to manipulate the commodity without actually owning the commodity. That is just like rich people crap speak for like, we want to manipulate the market to make money. That's what this future market's actually been. And he says, like, without shorts, a market has no pessimists. If you believe it's a ridiculous price but you don't own, there's no way to express that view. Yes, there is. You can shit talk it and get other people to sell. That's the only thing you should be able to do to it. You shouldn't be able to sell what you don't have. Because if people are pessimistic about the price of Bitcoin, they can always sell their Bitcoin, and that will bring the price down. Just like if you're optimistic about Bitcoin, you would buy more Bitcoin and bring the price up. If you're pessimistic about Bitcoin, you should sell the Bitcoin and bring the price down. Futures markets are just manipulative markets. If you don't have that derivative, then all you've got are believers, and believers market. No. There's still disbelievers, and they can actually sell Bitcoin. They can actually, if they own Bitcoin, they can actually sell Bitcoin to bring the price down if you don't believe in Bitcoin as much. But the thing is, you should have to actually own or take part directly in a commodities market to actually to actually affect the commodity. I think futures markets are especially in crypto, are mostly bullcrap, and it's a way of letting people manipulate the price of a commodity without owning the commodity. I don't agree with. The CFTC staff handled it strictly on procedural grounds. But at the leadership level, I communicated with the Treasury Secretary Mnuchin and NEC Director Gary Cohn, and we believe that should Bitcoin futures go forward, it would allow institutional money to bring discipline to the value of cash market. I think this is just really an excuse for institutional investors to really take over the Bitcoin market, which they might have actually done. They'd say a lot of crap about 2008, but this is basically a way for institutional investors to actually take advantage of a young and not mature market yet. Totally disagree with Cohn, but I do not blame the Trump administration, because I believe the Obama administration or the Clinton administration would have done the exact same thing. So that's my view on the subject. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. hit that bell notifications button, and also join me on my daily streams. Thank you, and have a nice day, people.